Hello. Today on Hot Mess Express. It's been a while. I didn't post last week. I don't know why I didn't post last week. I just maybe wasn't feeling it. Or maybe I just didn't have anything to talk about that I wanted to share with the universe. Because we know once it's out there, shit's not coming back. I don't know if I'm doing any better looking at the camera. I'm trying not to look at myself on the screen, but rather look at the little itty bitty circle that is the camera on my phone. But today, I think she's my second cousin or third cousin, probably like 5th millionth cousin. But it's just easier to say she's my niece for some reason. Whatever. It is what it is. We're Indian and everybody's our niece and nephew, even if we're like a million times removed cousin. But she started a blog. She's typing, I'm speaking. And it's called Nanivato, and that, like, in our language just means small talk. Literally small talk. But it's 2 girls. One is my niece, and her name starts with an N-A, and then I think, and her friend's first name starts with N-I. So it kind of like, it's cute. It's a good name. I've seen a lot of blogs out there, vlogs and their names. Like, look at mine, Hot Mess Express Desi Style. It's a mouthful. You can't remember it. Like, do people ever remember? Even if I put it on a t-shirt to advertise, go look at my vlog, people be like, wait a minute, what? They'd have to take a picture of the back of my shirt. It's ridiculous. Anyways, so this first blog that she wrote is in regards to stereotypes, right? And not just racial stereotypes, but specifically she was talking about men versus women in a relationship, and then how, you know, obviously for Indian people, she's Indian, so the biggest is, you know, for an Indian woman versus an Indian man, depending on how you grew up, what type of family you had, what type of parents you had, old school, young, whatever. People my generation, Indian, they grew up with old school Indian parents who, you know, the mom went to work because you have to, this is America, you have to work. And then she came home and she made a 4-course dinner, and it was just like, no, that shit's not gonna fly anymore. Like, if you expect me to bring home money, you better believe that I'm working the same amount of hours, if not more than you are, and we're gonna do this shit 50-50. And it's gonna be, I said it earlier with one of my vlogs about, let's change the stereotype of the Indian auntie, right? Like, why does she have to be that woman who doesn't drink, doesn't, like, quote unquote, like, doesn't even go to the salon to get her nails done? Like, something as simple as that. Forget drinking. Not everybody likes to drink. Fine, whatever. But it's like, just is afraid to be herself. That's what that is. Like, old school Indian aunties are afraid to be themselves because they don't want the community to talk about them. And we need to change that. And that goes hand in hand with the whole women's stereotypes versus men's stereotypes. Like, why, if my husband decided to be a stay-at-home dad because that's what he wants to do, that's what he's, you know, he loves kids more than I do, why is that a shame? Why can't he be a stay-at-home dad? Maybe he's better at it than I am, you know. Not just because I have lady parts, that does not mean that I am built to be a mom, right? That's the case with every woman. Like, just because I can have a baby, that doesn't mean that I'm mom equipment. And it sucks that some women find that out after they have their children. Like, how are you going to figure it out before? Get a dog? Sure, but dogs are a little bit, it's different having a pet versus having a child. Whoever tells you that their pet is their child, obviously doesn't have a child. When you have both, then you realize it's 2 different stories. You can leave your, you know, 2-year-old dog home alone for 8 hours while you're at work. You gonna leave your 2-year-old child home alone for 8 hours while you're at work? I don't think so. You better check yourself. Having a pet is not the same thing as having a child. They require the same amount of attention, but it's kind of stops there. After that, like, if you don't give your dog a bath for like 4 weeks, it's okay. You don't give your kid a bath for 4 weeks, I think people are gonna call social services on you. Like, why is your kid stinky and gross? I don't know. He just doesn't like taking baths. Disclaimer, roommate number 3 hates taking baths, but I try, and I'm just like, whatever, I'll smell them. I'll give them the sniff test. I do. Just like clothes on the floor, I give them a sniff test. Anyways, going back to her vlog. I think you guys should totally, I follow her page, or her whatever, support her, she supports me. that's the other thing, right? Like, we gotta support each other, especially women out there. Like, we need to, the more we talk about this kind of stuff and the inequalities between men versus women, even in our generation, even in younger generations, the more we talk about it and we bring it to the forefront, the more people will understand that it's still happening out there and it needs to stop, right? Like, we're always like, oh, well, it's been like that forever, so, and I'm like, well, you're making an excuse. You're making an excuse saying it's been like this forever, and so I don't think we need to change anything. Like, once you put the word so or but at the end of a sentence, you're negating everything you said in front, right? And then the other is, don't tell me what you think I'm supposed to do. I don't come at you and tell you what I think you're supposed to do. Everybody's different. Every relationship is different. And people just need to learn that, and they just need to be more open and not be like, I'm not supposed to do this. Like, bitch, you can warm up your own pasta, okay? It's microwave. It's not, I'm not asking you to take a pot out, put water in, watch the water boil for 10 minutes, and then put the pasta in, watch it boil for another 10 minutes to cook it, and then strain it. You know what? I just taught you how to cook pasta, so no excuses. Okay, bye.